Hey everyone, welcome to this week's Fear Club Challenge. My name is Andrew Cohen. I'm an associate marriage and family therapist here at Renewed Freedom Center. Today we're going to be talking about the fear of heights, okay? It's called acrophobia. I just want to give a little bit background information on the fear of heights, acrophobia more specifically. The fear of heights is totally natural to have and normal to have. There's a range of anxiety from normal and rational to irrational, right? And a rational fear of heights is, if you're really in danger, you're on top of a really windy mountain that is very narrow and not really protection. That's a pretty scary situation, and I think anybody, regardless of if they have an irrational fear or a rational fear of heights, would be scared. However, there are people who have trouble going even to some floors of buildings, maybe even the second, third, fourth, fifth floor of buildings, or even getting on small roller coasters, things like that. Driving on canyons that maybe not be that high, but still they have a really difficult time doing that and avoid things like that. So I want to talk about the evidence-based treatment for these things, exposure therapy, the evidence-based treatment for phobias in general, and different exposures that we can do to retrain that fight or flight, that anxiety response that we experience when in the face of something that we feel is dangerous. So this week specifically, heights. So starting more gradually, if you have a severe fear of heights in which it's even hard for you maybe to walk upstairs, 1, 2, 3 flights of stairs because you're so scared being that high, you feel so queasy, that panic symptom sets in, or maybe even being on the second floor of the building and looking out, like that is way too much for you. We usually we would start with more gradual exposures of possibly writing a story about being high up, right? Getting used to that, letting your anxiety naturally get used to that, and then going to maybe the first floor balcony of an apartment or something like that, and looking over the edge, not necessarily there's nowhere to literally fall. However, just getting used to the idea of looking over the edge and being high up, and then gradually work your way up to the second floor, third floor, fourth floor, and then it's more moderate exposures could be getting on, a smaller roller coaster, something with not that big of a drop, or some sort of ride that goes a little bit high up, and then gradually build up to more of the big roller coasters with the giant drops, the mega coasters, really. And then for people, kind of in between that, a lot of times we'll have our patients watch videos of people being really high up, kind of close to falling over buildings or hanging on rails. A lot of movies that we would recommend to our patients is The Walk, Man on a Wire, which are both about the guy who walks between the World Trade Centers, and then also Free Solo, the guy who free climbs all the mountains. And it's very intense and even anxiety provoking for people who don't have the irrational fear, because it's pretty frightening. So today I want to demonstrate a way that I'm going to face the fear of heights. So I live in an apartment on the third floor, so I'm going to go out there and stare down at the balcony. Stare down from the balcony to the ground floor, right? And it's important to know, you want to make sure you are safe. There is some sort of barricade there, and you're not just standing on the edge of a tall building without any sort of barricade. It's important also to remember when you're doing exposures, your anxiety is naturally going to go up. And we want to make sure that we stay in the face of that fear and quote unquote perceived danger until our anxiety naturally goes down by itself, without, no deep breathing, no trying to convince yourself you're safe, none of that safety behavior stuff. We don't do that here in Fear Club. So we are going to go out there right now, and it's also important to remember when your anxiety goes up, so say on a 1 through 10 scale, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, if you get to a 6 or a 7, you want to stay out there until your anxiety gets cut into half. So if I got up to a 6, I want to make sure I'm out there until it gets to a 3. So let's go do that. Onto my balcony. And here we're going to look down together. It's a little windy out here, so it's kind of scary, and it's also a pretty far fall. I'd probably get hurt. My studs right now, my anxiety is probably about a 5. My heart's racing a little bit. I can feel it pounding. It's pretty intense. And it's going down probably to about 3.5 right now. I'm going to wait till it gets to at least a 2.5 because that's, that's half of 5. Okay, I think I'm getting to a 3. Let's see. Hope we get to a 2.5. All right, here we go. So I just did that exposure. My anxiety started at a 5 and it went down to a 2.5. So let's go back in. And it's important to remember you want to repeat these exposures to really get the benefit and the long-term result, to face your fear, kind of live that exposure lifestyle. So thank you for watching today. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of those. And we want to see you guys, we want to see you participate in Fear Club Challenge, right? So I want you guys to please share videos of yourself facing your fears, specifically this week, heights. So, and please tag hashtag fear fighters, hashtag KO fears, hashtag God anxiety, hashtag RFC OCD. So please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And we'll see you guys next week for our next Fear Club Challenge. Alrighty, guys. Have a good one. Bye.